Hi, I'm Karen Keys Gamara.
I'm Rachna Sizemore Heiser.
I'm Abrar Omesh, and we're your three at-large members on the Fairfax County School Board.
And we're here to say
congratulations to the class of 2020.
We are so incredibly proud of you. And we know that you've worked hard. So whether you're going to trade school or taking a gap year or going to college, we're really expecting you to change the world.
We have been so impressed at your resilience in this time of chaos and your ability to find togetherness in moments of isolation. We know what you have lost is not trivial, but we also believe that when we come to the other side, you will be one of the greatest generations we have ever seen. And we can't wait to see what you will do.
From virtual learning, sleepless nights, and all the friends and memories, we're counting on you to take notes on the needs in our world and to think of where your mark is going to be. We can't wait to see the legacy you leave in our history.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Your journey to this moment is one that you, your friends, and family will never forget. You should be proud. You've handled the challenges that have come your way with a combination of perseverance, confidence, and grace. Please know that your community has rallied to let you know you're a very special graduating class and that we here at FCPS recognize your achievements as seniors. You join young people across the nation right now who are graduating under the shadow of a global pandemic. But I know that you are stronger for it, wiser for it, and you are kinder for it as well. The world is changing, and we're looking to young people like yourselves to lead us into the future. I am truly excited about the opportunities that await you. Go out into the world and embrace all it has to offer. Find your joy. And now I leave you with the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson. My wish is that you will find comfort on difficult days, smiles when sadness intrudes, rainbows to follow the clouds, laughter to kiss your lips, sunsets to warm your heart, hugs when spirits sag, beauty for your eyes to see, friendships to brighten your being, faith so that you can believe, confidence for when you doubt, courage to know yourself, patience to accept the truth, love to complete your life. Congratulations on your graduation, class of 2020, and I wish you all the best on your next great adventure.
Congratulations, McLean High School class of 2020. I'm Elaine Tolan, your Dranesville School Board representative, and here with me today is Carl Frisch, the Providence School Board representative. Carl?
Thanks, Elaine. Each year, people tell graduates like you that their senior year will be one they will never forget. I think we all know that is particularly true for the McLean High School class of 2020. You have faced a pandemic and crippling economic crisis, the likes of which have not been seen in more than 100 years. And through it all, you have met these and other challenges head on. It gives me great confidence during these uncertain times to know that you are leaving high school with a firm commitment to important values like equality and justice as you demand more from your leaders. I know you will continue to make us proud as you grow into and change the world around you. Congratulations, Highlanders, and best of luck in all you do. Elaine?
I am so proud of everything you have done already, but even more importantly, I am excited to all the hope you bring to us as we watch you move toward a future filled with accomplishments. We need your energy and your creativity to improve so many career areas. Our global challenges are huge, but I know you are ready to apply your strengths to move us toward a better nation and a better world. Go Highlanders. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Welcome to the commencement ceremony of the McLean High School class of 2020. This is truly a special day for all of us. Though unforeseen circumstances have compelled us to celebrate from home, we are pleased with you for joining us as we honor the success of the resilient and distinguished ladies and gentlemen composing our senior class. Let us rejoice as our graduates commence to their next great adventure. To begin, we ask you please stand, and gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Several of this year's graduates are preparing to serve their country at a service academy or as a member of a reserved officer training program. We commend them for their achievements thus far and applaud them for dedicating their lives to protecting us and our country. Please enjoy the following tribute video from Surgeon General Jerome Adams.
Hi, I'm United States Surgeon General Dr. Jerome Adams, and I'd like to start off by congratulating all of McLean High School's graduates. You should be proud of your hard work, and your accomplishments have paved the way to you being here today. I know this is an uncertain time to be graduating and getting ready to head out into the world. But I want you to know that together we will get through this, and that I know you've got the knowledge and the passion to help lead the way. Several of this year's graduates are preparing to serve our country by enlisting in a service academy, military college, or as a member of a reserved officer training program. As the Surgeon General, I also have the unique role of serving as a Vice Admiral in the United States Public Health Service Commission Corps, an elite team of over 6,000 full-time, highly qualified public health professionals, and one of the 8 uniformed services. To date, more than 3,000 of my fellow officers have been deployed as part of our national COVID-19 response. It is in my U.S. Public Health Service capacity that I most want to commend you for your achievements thus far and applaud you for dedicating your lives to protecting us and our country. The following seniors have received 2020 appointments into our military service academies, are ROTC scholarship recipients, are enlisting in a service, or are attending military colleges. Ed Chamberlain, U.S. Army ROTC, Virginia Tech. Kenrick Charles, U.S. Navy enlistment. Angela Fing, U.S. Naval Academy. Adam Dietrich, U.S. Merchant Marine Academy. Steve Hahn, U.S. Air Force Academy. Stephen Lorenko, Virginia Military Institute. Amanda Moore, U.S. Coast Guard Academy. Paul Murray, Virginia Military Institute. Nicholas Wynn, U.S. Naval Academy. Alexander Pierce, U.S. Air Force ROTC, CU Boulder. Rafael Sanchez, U.S. Navy Enlistment. Frederick Vogel, the Citadel. Matthew Warner, U.S. Army Enlistment. Justin Young, U.S. Navy ROTC, Virginia Tech. Let me be among the first to say congratulations and to thank you for answering the call to serve. Good luck to all of McLean High School's class of 2020. I wish you every success and can't wait to bear witness to all that you achieve.
I would now like to welcome John Godwin and Eli Sporn.
Good afternoon. We would like to thank the following honored dignitaries for joining us in the celebration of our graduation. The school board members, the Honorable Karen Corbett Sanders, Chair, Mount Vernon District Representative, the Honorable Tara McCofax, Vice Chair Lead District Representative, the Honorable Karen Keys Gamara, Member at Large, the Honorable Abrar Ramesh, Member at Large, the Honorable Rachna Sizemore Heiser, Member at Large, the Honorable Megan McLaughlin, Braddock District Representative, the Honorable Elaine Tolan, Drainsville District Representative, the Honorable Melanie K. Marin, Hunter Hill District Representative, the Honorable Karen Frisch, Providence District Representative, the Honorable Laura Jane Cohen, Springfield District Representative, the Honorable Stella Pekarsky-Sully, District Representative. For our senior leadership, Dr. Scott Brabin, Division Superintendent, Dr. Francis Ivy, Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Marty Smith, Chief Operating Officer, Dr. Francisco Duran, Chief Equity Officer, Dr. Fabio Zulaga, Region 2 Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Brendan Minuni, Region 2 Executive Principal for School Improvement, and Mrs. Penny Gross, Executive Principal. I'd like to welcome Eli Spawn.
For the McLean High School faculty, we have Dr. Ellen Riley, Principal, McLean High School, Mr. Paul Stansbury, Director of Student Services, Miss Megan Sherrill, Assistant Principal, Mr. Jeffrey Barham, Assistant Principal, Mr. Sean Rolon, Assistant Principal, Mr. Aiden Vigil, Assistant Principal, Mr. Greg Miller, Director of Student Services, Ms. Zeitel Barkas, Assistant Director of Student Activities, Mr. Kenneth Craner, Honored Guest Speaker, McLean High School English Teacher, Mr. Jeremy Hayes, Senior Class Sponsor, Miss Beth Music, Senior Class Sponsor, and Dina Parla Gordon, PTSA President. For the McLean Pyramid Principals, Miss Carol Keem, Principal, Longfellow Middle School, Miss Stacy Kirkpatrick, Chesterbrook Elementary School Principal, Mr. Kenneth Young, Principal, Colvin Run Elementary School, Miss Kathleen Quigley, Principal, Franklin Sherman Elementary School, Mr. Augie Fratelli, Principal, Haycock Elementary School, Miss Holly McGuigan, Principal, Kent Gardens Elementary School, Miss Benjamin Sheet, Principal, Timberlane Elementary School. We would also like to acknowledge the following faculty members who are retiring at the end of the school year: Mr. Don Vivacqua, Mr. John Walters, and Miss Carol Keem. Please welcome Dr. Riley to present the faculty awards.
At this time, it gives me great pleasure to announce the recipients of the 2020 Faculty Awards. This high recognition is awarded to 2 students in the senior class. The faculty has selected these young adults as possessing the qualities which epitomize and capture the spirit of a McLean Highlander. Our first recipient is a bright light in our school whose main focus has always been bridge building rather than ladder climbing. She is exceptionally intentional with the people around her, has a beautiful sense of humor, and looks at her classes as a way to gain knowledge rather than a way to get ahead. She is one of those students who remind us all of why we do what we do. If you've interacted with this student, you've probably witnessed her helping her best buddies, cracking a joke, or just introducing herself to someone she hasn't yet met. She consistently uses her time and friendly personality to make sure every person feels welcome and included, whether adult, child, or peer. This graduate is one of those rare people who not only sees the beauty in every person, but tries to help others see the beauty in those around them as well. The student has now spent 2 years as president of the Best Buddies and has the best face for the organization that we could ever hope for. She treats the students in the group with dignity, respect, and cheerfulness, and she trains other students to do the same. To see the joy on this young woman's face as she walked across the graduation stage last year with one of her buddies, you'd think she was his proud older sister. Her passion to make our school emotionally safe and a little less serious has been contagious to many. We will sincerely miss her laughter, genuineness, and kindness the next year as she heads off to college. On behalf of the faculty at McLean High School, the first recipient of the 2020 Faculty Award is Maggie Campion. Congratulations, Maggie. Our next recipient is an honor graduate who has transformed our community with her impressive leadership, intellect, talent, and character. This honor graduate shines in her beautiful spirit and character, even in settings unseen. Particularly as a former transfer student, this individual joined forces with other former transfer students last summer to create an informal barbecue to welcome new transfer students to our community. This was not expected of her, but knowing how it felt to be the new kid, this individual wanted to create a special, unforgettable celebration for these new students. She took the extra step even when no one was watching. Moreover, this honor graduate is an exceptional musician and artist. Not only is this individual a talented violist, but also a critically acclaimed actress in our community. She has starred in the school musicals playing the part of young Cassette in Les Mis and starred in performances with the Tony Award-winning Signature Theater in Shirlington, Virginia, and at the Arena Stage Theater in Washington, D.C. Her active involvement and easygoing personality have also placed her in critical leadership positions at McLean. From executive member of leadership to senior class president to founding and leading McLean's UNICEF Club, this individual has transformed our community for the better. A true role model, not only to peers but faculty alike, this impressive young lady has exceeded all of our expectations and more. Having a beautiful namesake that means happiness in Japanese, this individual has brought our school so much joy and more. On behalf of the faculty at McLean High School, the second recipient of the 2020 Faculty Award goes to Sachi Deeker. Congratulations, Sachi.
We are honored today to welcome Mr. Ken Craner as our guest speaker. Mr. Craner, you either love him or you hate him. I heard that phrase before I even had him as an English teacher, and as you can imagine, I was a little nervous to start his class this year. But after almost a full year of school with him, I figured something out. At the beginning, you think you hate him because you're terrified of his teaching style, but as the year goes on, you begin to appreciate it, and by the end, you'll love him. Mr. Craner has worked in FCPS for 26 years, the first 7 at Herndon High School and the next 19 at McLean. He grew up in White Plains, New York, where he spent his rather rebellious teenage years. He felt like no one understood him, that is, until he fell in love, with J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye, of course. Then the rest of Salinger's work, and soon he had a full-blown romance with literature, which he took to college at the University of Pennsylvania, where he studied literature and history and found more love, this time for his to-be wife, Linda. He continued on to get a master's degree at the University of Maryland in American Studies. He now lives with his wife, 3 daughters, and 2 dogs. Mr. Craner is witty and intellectual. Our class discussions were always led by his thought-provoking questions, interspersed with cynical humor and anecdotes from his life, both past and present. What maybe surprised me most about my poetry-loving, somewhat polarizing senior year English teacher is that he's relatable. His realistic yet complex and sometimes hard to follow thoughts on life, even his favorite foods. But if you asked his students what they love most about Mr. Craner, they would probably say that he equipped them with communication and analysis skills for college and life, challenged their perspectives and made them look beyond the surface, or just made them laugh at 8:15 a.m. when the last place they wanted to be was in a classroom. And so, without further ado, I would once again love to welcome Mr. Ken Craner.
You have probably had the discussion in one of your high school English classes about why the books we read in high school are so sad. They are, most often, about war, oppression, or personal tragedy. An answer to this question is that humanity's social and moral evolution has benefited the most when we demonstrate the ability to learn from the worst things that happen to us. When we do learn, it is what has improved the world. I don't know if what we are living through right now is such a time in history, but it is clearly relevant to you, this year's graduating high school seniors. Decades from now, when your grandchildren interview you for a school project about your most impactful memories, you will very likely talk about the societal shutdown that took place during your last semester of high school. Whether this pandemic turns out to be an anomalous blip in our history or the catalyst for such radical change that it gets discussed in language reserved for events like the Great Depression and the social movements of the 1960s, it will be remembered, and the class of 2020 will be remembered. This is affecting everyone in the world. People are dying, and their loved ones are suffering. Many have been hurt financially. This sucks. It's awful. You have the right to be sad, and you have the right to be mad about having your last semester of high school cut off. I had to watch my oldest daughter become unemployed for several months, my middle daughter come home from her junior year of college, and my youngest daughter get to experience the joy of high school distance learning from the kitchen island. This was the only year in my teaching career that I taught all seniors, so I also was looking forward to the end of year celebrations and that nice early June 2nd graduation date. So I am sad. But I am also acutely aware that we are not experiencing The Walking Dead. This is not the apocalypse about which I have read so many novels and watched so many films. It is important to look around and see all that is working. We still have electricity, running water, supermarkets, delivery restaurants, working traffic lights, internet, and thank goodness, cable and streaming television. The very worst predictions for how the US medical system might be overwhelmed have so far been avoided due to the good behavior of people like us and the sacrifices of many. It is very important for each of you to look around and identify the systems that you believe are working and those that are not. Because in the coming years, you are going to be part of those systems. You are already old enough to vote, and you must do so. You now have the responsibility to decide what is working and what is not. You have to decide how much your local, state, and federal governments should collect in taxes to spend on services, research, and preparedness for crises. These are big decisions, but that is the easier task that you have. The harder one is getting ready for the future of which you will be an integral part. As you choose subjects to study and professions to which you will devote your lives, you are going to find it difficult to ignore how important you can be to a working society. As an adult member of a profession, you may one day be called upon to keep our systems operating. Think about this. If we had been more poorly prepared, this might have been cataclysmic, far worse than it has been. If we had been better prepared, I might be giving a graduation speech to a live audience instead of to Miss Tabish standing 10 feet away with a video camera. I hate to tell you this, but how prepared we are for the next tragedy is now on all our shoulders, and you get to be the first group of high school graduates and college freshmen who will have to think about this from day one of the rest of your lives. All the cliches about finding your path, purpose, and happiness are still true, but it is more true than ever that you are going to have a role in the responsibility of making it all work during really tough times that you now know are very possible. My friends, every year I watch our seniors graduate with the knowledge that there will be great people involved in each and every industry and profession that make our country and our world work. Go forward with your plans, be good people, and help us be prepared. Congratulations, class of 2020.
On behalf of the senior class, I would like to thank Mr. Craner for being here today to share this special and unprecedented celebration with us. Catherine Walker will now address the class of 2020.
Good afternoon, class of 2020. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Catherine, and I've probably verified math service hours for you at some point, or slightly aggressively asked you about a test score. First and foremost, I want to say congratulations on making it to this day, especially since we have had a unique senior year, to say the least. This year was full of plans. Plans for prom, convocation, Hershey Park, and senior nights. While I was writing this, the possibility of any of these things happening slipped away. The events that I had patiently waited my turn for were simply canceled. For 12 seasons, I had listened to Mr. Miller compare Johnny the math student to Johnny the athlete, but I wasn't gonna get a senior night. I had perfected how to applaud for 45 minutes straight at past convocations, but wasn't gonna get my own. This year, the world seemed like it was about to end. Kobe Bryant died, Australia spent months on fire, toilet paper ran out everywhere, and for 2 weeks in January, we all thought we were gonna be drafted for World War III. But we're still sitting here and ready to graduate. The class of 2020 pulled through. That's not to say there weren't some challenges. We all learned that social distancing is terrible, But what's even worse is having to read endless Instagram captions about it. However, I don't want to dwell on what made high school difficult because there are so many great things that I've experienced and learned at McLean. First, and probably most importantly, I now know that if you can make it out of the J-Lot at 3:05 on a Friday afternoon, you can drive in any city in the world. Anyone who can successfully eat a bag of chips in the library without being kicked out deserves respect. It was Officer Davis who really should have won the David Dobrik Chipotle Sponsor Me Challenge. If you can hold your own in the blue hallway staircase, you should qualify for a D1 football scholarship. I've been on the track team for 4 years, but have never had to really sprint until the bell started to ring at 8:08 instead of 8:10 this year, and I had to make it to second period gov. It only takes one person yelling "Olay" at a football game to start an earthquake on the bleachers. And if avoiding eye contact was a sport, the leadership class trying to get people to play games in the cafeteria would be the Olympics. These are 7 things I never thought would have come out of high school, along with hundreds more incredible moments and people that I will remember forever. We missed out on a huge portion of our senior year, and to say that that was unfair would be a massive understatement. I mean, there's a reason why distance learning wasn't part of the High School Musical plotline. But despite having missed so many of the great times that we had planned for, there are going to be so many more unplanned, amazing things that happen to us. I also want to thank the wonderful teachers who reached out to their students while school was canceled. This experience wasn't easy for anyone, but letting us know that you missed us and were there to talk if we needed it made it a lot more bearable. To Dr. Riley and the other administrators, this situation was definitely unprecedented, and the fact that you made these graduation events happen for us is incredible, and I am so thankful for you. We are the graduating class of 2020. Born in the wake of 9/11, graduating in the middle of a pandemic, but we are going down in history as the senior class that finally made skipping school irrelevant. Our grit and determination is unmatched, and the bond we have is unbreakable. But most importantly, the class of 2021 can only dream of having a college essay topic this good. So congratulations, everyone. And in the words of Elle Woods, we did it.
There's no heaven. It's easy if you try.
My name is Sachi Deeker, Senior Class President, and it is my honor to welcome the graduating class of 2020, parents and staff, to the senior graduation ceremony. I would like to take a moment to recognize and thank my fellow class officers, Emily Chopra, John Godwin, Eli Sporn, Ava Rotondo, and Sarah Gu, for their dedication and hard work throughout the year. Thank you also to our principal, Dr. Riley, and class sponsors, Ms. Beth Music and Mr. Jeremy Hayes. Can you believe we're really here, about to graduate? During our time at McLean, we've grown from the academic rigor and thrived on the companionship and support of this school community. Each of us has faced our share of academic and social challenges, but I can say with certainty that there is no other place and no other group of people with whom I would have rather spent my high school years. Looking ahead, I believe these unprecedented times will bring us closer together. On one hand, we all lost something these past few months by not being physically together. But on the other, we will gain something in the decades to come, having shared this unique experience together. This ceremony is being held to recognize the many achievements of our class, individuals who have excelled throughout their high school experience, and teachers who have inspired us immeasurably. I hope that when my fellow classmates reflect on their time at McLean, they will remember the many milestones achieved, the friendships forged, and the faculty members who have changed your lives. Here's to us, the class of 2020.
Thank you for joining us to honor the McLean High School class of 2020. Dr. Riley, I hereby certify that the members of the senior class of 2020 have met the graduation requirements established by the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Fairfax County School Board. I declare them eligible for graduation from McLean High School.
Christine Piano Aguinaldo. Liam Joseph Ahern. Salim Aknine. Mohammed Musalam Mohammed El Meshaki. Hamza Ghazwan El Abdali. Eric Bernard Alexander. Kim Ikabandi Alfonso. Al Mohsen Im Al Hussein. Elizaveta Raufovna Alieva. Tierra Isabel Allard. Claire Ann Jiang Hui Allen. Brianna Elise Alma. Siba Al Otaibi. Hashem Ayad Al Saidi. Lana Mohammed Al Saloom. Brooke Tewodros Amare. Zachary Michael Anderson. Soren Andrews. Christian Renor Antizana. Abraham Kai Askew. Patricia Isabel Visitacion Bacani. Ethan Massey Bachica. Alexander Rod Bamanyar. Maha Saud Baig. Ragad Hassan M. Baker. Bahare Bakhtiari. Human Bakhtiari. Mireli Joanna Barahona Lopez, Michaela Belen Barrionuevo Vargas, Saurabh Kumar Basik, Al-Walid Ahmed Abdullah Bashumil, Asla Ida Baskaya, Erica Susan Bass, Margareta Kunert Beggs, Aba Judith Belomo, Sophia Lunara Belvedere, Lauren Elizabeth Benedict, Sabrine Isam Benembarik, Sabrina Kelly Benmira, Serena Banji, Bela Patnagar, Yanni Lee Bills, Hayden William Birchfield, Nicholas Vincent Bishop, Rebecca Lee Blackston, Cassidy Ann Blake, Laura Dawson Boynest, Delaney Michelle Bodorf, Faris Ma Fatih Bouzid, Jarek Adair Bravo Narula, Evan Albert Bremser, Declan Jiufan Brogan, Kellen Woojun Brogan, Benjamin Elliott Brooks, Joshua Lee Brown, Spencer Sullivan Brown, Christina Burovtsova, Reed Newton Burgess, Megan Zoe Butler, June Sung Byun, Tiffany Byun, Sophia Calderon, Margaret Grace Kelson, Brendan Joseph Camp, Mary Grace Campion, Sophia Catherine Camus, Nicholas Brian Canovis, Margot Gertrude Carlton, Alexa Cecilia Carmenates, Herschel Gil Carrillo Klein, Sarah Lindsay Carter, Edward Pye Chamberlain, Melanie Mariana Chan, Masato Alexander Chang, Kenrick Howard Joseph Charles, Rick Chatterjee, Tiffany Lexian Chen, Xiang Long Chen, Albert Nai Fu Chiu, Seung Woo Choi, Pranav Umesh Churi, Emily Magna Chopra, So Hyun Chun, Hanan Elijah Clark, Jessica Lee Clark, William Hunter Alex Clark, Clarice Trinidad Carolyn Clay, Jackson Kenneth Clayton, Ellie K. Cleary, James Lahani Clifford, Drew William Cole, Christian Collins, Catherine Irene Conklin, William Isaac Conyers, Camille Aniseta Kube, Sheridan Cecilia Dallier, Yassar S. Dambo, Mason Michael Davis, Justin Saman Degan, Fatima Liseth Del Cid Ramos, Fernanda Del Canto, Manuela Delfino Perez, Annalise G. Hay DeMarco, John Robert Dempsey, Atarva Amod Desai, Garrett Richard Detter, Kevin Omar Diaz Bracero, Sachi Deeker, Adam John Dietrich, Janine Christiane Guevara Dimatulak, Nishal Dinesh, Hao Xuan Ding, Teresa Rose Dolan, Dylan Lane Drucker, Joseph Rocket Dubuck, Elizabeth Grace Dufresne, Taylor Andrew Dunphy, Sita Lakshmi Patel Edwards, Kayla Eckstein, David Anthony Eller, Ilana Rochelle Ellington, Elisa Page Ellington, Aaron Gale Ellington, Milo Timothy Engel, Maeve McCabe Engelhart, Nolan James English, Seth Sadra Eshragi, Alexander Essen. Barbara Esteves. Fahad Ur-Rehman Faisal. Joseph Hasham Farid. Anthony Constantine Pharmakidis. Angela Shu Li Feng. Alexander Micaiah Ferentinos. Jenica Fachadia. Isabella Fearley. Duncan Oscar Fitzsimmons. Caroline Camille Flint. Natalie Elizabeth Flint. Anastasia Ann Flocos. Nathan Christopher Fowler. Grace Kelly Frazee. Easton Robert Freeman. James Quinn Frew. Paloma Nicole Galdo. Bharati Ganesan. Hong Lin Gao. Hong Yuan Gao. Alexander Vicente Garcia. Chloe Elizabeth Garrett. Charles Michael Gartner. Cassidy Alexandra Gersten. Tasneem Salahaddin Garad. Surin Godsi. Elizabeth Marie Gika. Chang Hyun Gill. Tess Gutierrez Ginsburg. Ryan Cullen Gleason. Mason Catherine Glembaki. Ellie Sue Glenn. John Harrison Godwin. Marguerite Elizabeth Godwin. Mia Grace Goldberg. Joseph Y. Gong. Ana Sofia Goyeneche Trevino. Audrey Warner Grau. Christopher Andrew Gray. Joseph Shu Gray. Antonio Alfred Graybill. Jonathan Clay Greenway. Matthew John Grawl. Sarah Wang Gu. Kemp William Guas. Seville Idil Gulhan. Yasaswini Gurazada. Benjamin Jason Hacker. Naod Hadgu. Alexandra Marie Halla. Madison Elizabeth Halla. Bu Chi Han. Grace Song Yun Han. Steve Seung-gu Han. Annika Lindblom Harley. Baden Warren Harmon. Benjamin Craig Harris. Matthew Joseph Harvey. Andrew Frederick Hecker. Madeline Margaret Hecker. Nicole Marie Henley. Madeline Lee Henry. Summer Lee Hensley. Joseph Kyle Herbert. Noah Riley Prenslow Hirsch. Raina Jane Hirschberg. Jeremy Thomas Hess. Ella Lynn Hinckley. Rita Hitme. Cameron Alexander Hogan. Sarah Kathleen Holland. William Andrew Hoskins. Jacob Albert Hotaling. Sophie Marie Howery. Emily Grace Hunter. Mirza Adil Hussein. Catherine Ilkani. Nicholas Yad Israwi. Raya Jabure. Emily Alice Jackson. Tyler Christopher Jarrett. Benjamin Noel Janot. Celine Audrey Jelinski. Sibori Jung. Hugo Sebastian Jimenez. Xavier Michael Jimenez. Julia Marie Johansson. Brady Parker Johnson. Sarah Ann Johnson. William Simon Johnson. Roy Alexander Yonkers. Alexa Bronwyn Jordan. Akshita Kalabakanda. Elise Rhea Calhor. Da Hyun Kang. Dai Yun Kang. Raghav Vikas Kanan. Matthew Jacob Key. Mehran Tasema Kabeta. Krista Ariana Ketter, Lucy Lydia Kehoe, Caitlin Elise Kelly, Sarah Grace Kennedy, Omar Mohammed Khan, Saya Sandeep Kandar, Zane Alexander Kidwell, Chae-Won Kim, Crystal In Young Kim, Kyung Won Daniel Kim, Ahmad Mohammed Ihab Kira, Rachel Annalise Kirby, Prescott Chandler Klein, Elena Sophie Klenk, Mary Elizabeth Koliker, Kristen Elise Kohler, Samanvita Kalyana Laksham Kolachana, Rachel Lynn Kimmel Kulp, Min Sung Kwan, Lumi Linnea Kaimalainen, Gabrielle Marie Laborde, Allison Lai, Enid Lamy, Isaac Ullman Lamoureux, Robert C. Langston, Andrew Richard Lapointe, Pierce Benson Laszlo, Jessica J. Lawrence, Cordelia Hawkins Lawton, Athena Bao Khan Lee, Rebecca Nicole LeBlanc, Ava Valentine Leibowitz, Yoon Ji Lee, John Pierce Lemunion, Jacqueline Ray Lavoisier, Sarah Grace Levy, Andrew Samuel Lee, Ethan Lee, Catherine Chun-Shi Lee, Jonathan Sebastian Liberatore, Nicholas Malouf Lohman, Thomas Benton Lohman, Joseph Anthony Loca, Angelina Laura Lopez, Jessica Neto Lorenko, Stephen Neto Lorenko, Kevin Anhua Liu, Lauren Dale Lume, Brandon Kwang Wu Lumpkin, Claudine Gloria Luo, Anthony Kai Liu. Miranda Jiawei Ma. Theodore Lawrence Ma. Rose Michaela Maestri. Jenna Yansu Magleby. Ethan Alexander Main. Samiha Sarfraz Malik. Zoe Maria Malice. Aziz Malouche. Matthew Rashid Manafi. Rohan Mani. Louis Arnaud Enko Assi Manket. Kushbu Shabazz Mann. Regan Avery Mann. Abigail Ann Mannon. Laura Manuel Barrera. Ratik Dayal Mathur. Kenichiro Edward McBee. Catherine Elizabeth McCarthy. Easton Grace McCullough. Rachel Bastian McCullough. Kenneth Ichiro McFarland. Daniel Brendan McMahon. Ryan Hennigan McMahon. Brennan Charles Medina. Gautam Siddharth Mika. Elizabeth Ann Mennett. Theodore Grant Merritt. Benjamin Daniel Myers. Miles Noble Miller. David Mita. Jake Alexander Mitchell. Tara Rose Mitchell. Salah Nadir Mohammed. Nicholas Antonio Moncalieri. Sebastian Monroy. Amanda Jordan Moore. Stephanie Ruby Morales. Montserrat Mora Sanchez. Thomas Alexander Morris. Eliana Yael Moss. Maxence Ferry Antonio Murias. Tariq Mutawakil. Jackson Mukai. Connor Joseph Mulhall. Amanda Michelle Mullet. Eli Matan Mulligan. Leah Daphne Murdoch. Catherine Lynn Murray. Paul Ignatius Murray. Bita Mushaki, Lima Mutahidi, Sayed Sam Naimi Torshiza, Farah Nasser, Saumya Chelam Natarajan, Tanish Nima, Crystal New, Sydney Ang, Christian Vu Nguyen, Nicholas Pham Nguyen, Elise Marie Nolan, Javier Emilio Noyola, Nicole Pomero O'Brien, Michael Philip O'Connor, Miyu Oa, Raina Lee Oglesby, Jin Ho Oh, Charles Edward Oliver, Gabriela Michelle Olmedo, Carl Richard Kamba Opim, Jessica Lynn Opsal Ong, Pedro Raul Ordunez La Rosa, Isaac George Orell, Sophia Irene Ortiz Neidhart, Owen Robert Osman, Zaid Ibrahim Osta, Nina Gabrielle Otto, Kadijat Olarensafunmi Oyediran, Alessandra Sofia Padilla, Lauren Taylor Pite, Jacob Martin Pakin, Mitchell Gerald Palambi, Maya Ariel Pandy, Emily Olivia Panic, Michaela Carla Panozo Camacho, Kritika Panta, Jasmine Ann Pardue, Kevin Junhyun Park, Benjamin Yi Postrich, Ekta Padial, Alexander Sebastian Palowski, Jacob Joseph Payne, Edward Stiles Peabody, Alexander Wells Pierce, Evan David Allen Perot, Logan Nathaniel Peters, Benjamin T. Pham, Robert James Pickens, Fiorella Valentina Pineda Salazar, Anna Maria Giovanna Pittman, Benjamin Edward Plishker. Henry Joseph Polk. Katrina Portillo. Isabella Marie Powell. Sofia Sergeyevna Protsenko. Rebecca Raffi. Bhuvanesh Rajagopal. Juan Kevin Ramirez. Julia McGill Raymond. Matthew Edward Regan. Andrew Lewis Ricketts. Jose Jimmy Rivera Ramirez. Michael Patrick Rizk. Julia Roberton. Roberta Rodolico. Lars Henry Rosen. Raheel Michael Ross. Charles Patrick Roth Duque. Ava Ann Rotundo. Angelique Tatiana Rushenis. Rebecca Catherine Ryan. Emmeline Yvette Sains. Ariana Ellen Sapphire. Mayor Tuli Segal. Sahir Sajid. Jad Bashar Salame. Franklin Jonathan Sanchez Cedillos. Charm Santos. Varun Srihari Satyanarayanan. Luke Ryan Saunders. Nicholas Russell Charlotte. Summer Caitlin Schwartztrauber. Lauren Michelle Scott. Carlos Samuel Sedan Perez. Jana Haiwan Sarao. Priya Purvi Shah. Andrew James Sharp. Declan Patrick Sheeran. Audrey Shen. Randall Evan Shepard. Kyler Phelan Sherry. Anna Patricia Shine. Nandini Shine. Nishal Shrestha. Alina Sigdel. Grace Howell Silverman. Shane Ryan Simkin. Jack Edmund Simon. Ishayu Singh. Rishi Herman Singh. Cotter Anderson Smart. Sarah Marie Solis. Luke Wanjung Song. Ethan Vaughn Spencer. Eli Michael Sporn. Jorge Springer. Tara Grace Stewart. Andrew Bennett Stieg. Alexa Yasmin Stimson. Maureen Stockwell. Lindsay Claire Strelzer. Milo Morris Stroik. Nanako Sugimoto. Gloria Sun. Yi Xuan Sun. Natalia Sophia Swartz Zapata. Alexander Evan Swers. Ethan Sebastian Switzer. Lindsay Signor. Abrar Ahmed Syed. Kevin Tang. Sarp Toskintuna. Therapy Ta. Abushan Thapa. Cameron Ann Tierer. Lauren Danielle Thompson. Sapphira Nguyen Thompson. Evan Joseph Tierney. Georgia Grace Titus. Benjamin Paul Torres. Haley Elizabeth Trimpert. Kellen Kairos Trinidad Truz. Richard Thomas Tucker. Kara Xiang Ting Tung. Khan Timur Turker. Aiden James Turley. Ogebe Victor Udeni. Mia Teresa Valencic. William Walker Valleynote. George Alejandro Vallejo. Catherine Margaret Van Meter. Luca Vasilake. Ashley Grace Vasquez. Kevin Vezaga. Alexander Paul Velikovich. Maria Villalobos Arias. Frederick Saxon Vogel. Kenyatta Gachechi Wainena. William Carter Wakefield. Brianna Kaur Walia. Catherine Ann Walker, Adam Jujati Wallace, Marina He Xingbei Wang, Solomon Jansen Wang, Sydney Lee Wong, Yanji Wang, Matthew Dillon Warner, Ryan James Warren, Adam Wesley Waters, Samantha K. Wayne, Robert George Wegmuller, Sean Xiao Wei, Alex Timothy Weinstein, Andrew Harrison Weinstock, Michael Xavier Whitfield, David Allen Williams, Layla Ashley Williams, Luke Michael Williams, Sarah Nicole Wilson, Colin McGinnis Wimmer, Maxwell Lee Wolschlegel, Matthew Kwok Fu Wong, James Hunter Shotwell Wright, Ellen Wu, Gabrielle Tian Mian Shi, Ashley Shi Shi Shing, Stephen Zihong Yan, Zhu N Yang, Yi Zun Yi, Justin Andrew Young, John Usell, Kira Yoon Zakardelli, Maud Zafar, Andrew Michael Zarazinski, Nathan Junyao Zhu, Jonathan Victor Zoe, Lucas John Zerbukin.
On this day in June of 2020, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Fairfax County School Board, I hereby confirm that these students presented to me are the 2020 graduates of McLean High School.
Graduates, please now turn your tassel from right to left. Congratulations!